Deidra with Shadetree Fabrications. Usually I'm the one that's answering your emails and Facebook posts and Instagram messages, but today I'm going to do a complete install of our Softail, our Slim kit. So what you're going to need, we have it all set up here. I suggest getting a clear, clean area for yourself, just so you have everything, you can lay it all out. Of course, when you get our kit, you're going to get a fender. It might not be painted, but today we're going to do a painted fender just to show you guys how easy it is. You'll get a top bracket. It'll have everything installed, or everything on it. You'll have your washers and nuts and bolts and all of that. I would suggest, of course, laying it all out, so you have it ready to go. And a bottom bracket. So that's what comes with our kit. So the other things that you're going to need are a cordless drill, a 1/8 drill bit, quarter inch drill bit, and 5/16 drill bit. You're also going to need a 3/16 Allen head, 7/16 socket, and 7/16 end wrench. Some tape, and I would suggest frosty beverage. Cheers. Just because, this is supposed to be fun. It's not anything complicated. We're not, it's not rocket science. We're just going to have a good time. So have fun with it. Oh, and I'm sorry, and also a towel. And what the towel is going to do is you're just going to lay it on your fender. Lay it on your tire. And it's going to keep your fender from sliding. Just so you can have it all, you can put it on there. And I'll show you how that works. Have it on there and so you can lock it all up. Simple as that. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a towel, and I would suggest using a little bit thicker of a towel. You don't want anything that's going to be too thin, but we're going to lay it over the tire, and obviously, we have just the rear setup. Your bike, you're not going to have to remove your wheel. You can put it on the ground, keep it on the ground. You don't have to put it on stand or anything. When you have it where you want it, just going to push it down in place. And you should have about an inch, maybe a little over an inch gap between the top of your swing arm and your fender. As you can see, the fender, the bottom part of the fender is right in line with this bottom, or this part of the bottom part of the swing arm. Okay, so next what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a piece of tape, and obviously if you have a raw fender that hasn't been painted yet, you're not going to want to worry about this part. This is just for a painted fender. You're going to want to lay it right on the fender, right where the swing arm would line up, the top of the swing arm. You're just going to lay that on there so you can mark your holes, and you can drill it without damaging your paint. Okay, so now you're ready to install the top bracket. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to lay it right on top of the top part of the swing arm, and you're just going to adjust it and make sure that you have it on there where you have the exact same space between each one. And you're going to want to have a little room. So it should look a little bit like that. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is you're going to get your bottom part of the top bracket and you're going to line it up. Okay. You're going to get your bolts and your washer that come with the kit. Oops. And you're going to just put it on. One on, just put it on finger tight. All right, so as you can see, it's perfectly parallel with the fender. It's loosely on here. I mean, you can move it around, but you want to make sure that you got it all just lined up. You can see there's good spacing on each side. So that's how you know you have it on right. So next what you're going to need is just a Sharpie, pen, whatever you have laying around. And you're just going to mark your holes. So you know where to drill. What you're going to do next is you're going to take your top bracket off and you're going to drill the holes. And just remember, you're not even worried about your bottom bracket yet. We'll do that later. Alright, so now what you're going to do is you're just going to drill the holes. And I have my 1/8 inch drill bit here. We have our holes marked, so we're just going to, drill. Now that you have your holes drilled, you're going to take your 1/4 inch drill bit. If you want a little bit more of adjustment on your fender, you can use a 5/16, but you should be fine with a 1/4 inch. So we're going to drill that next. Now that you have the holes drilled, you're going to install the top bracket, and you can remove the tapes. This is the final time that you're going to do the install of the top bracket. So you're just going to put the top part of the top bracket on the fender. You're going to get your fender washers, put it underneath the fender. This is where you use your 7/16 socket, just to tighten the bottom nuts on the top fender bracket. Tight. Everything's ready to go. Now that you have the top part of the top bracket mounted, you can take your towel off. I'm not going to need that anymore. Get your fender on there. So we can do the next step, and that's to line the bottom, or mark the bottom brackets. Get the bottom brackets set on there. You want to make sure you're even again. Alright, so this is why our fender kit sells so well, is because of the tight fit. But this is also where it gets a little bit tricky. There's a little bit of adjustment here, but not much. So next we're going to install the bottom bracket, and this is the the movement that you're going to have with your fender, and that's fine. But what we're going to do is, when we install the bottom bracket, we're going to this spacer comes with the bottom. Every fender is different, every bottom bracket is different. It's difficult for us to be able to get everything exact, but that's why we provide these, in order for you to be able to get the bracket in line with the bottom of the fender. Alright, now I just have my 3/16 Allen wrench, just tightening it up. In this step, you might want to use a cut off pencil or a piece of chalk. I mean, I have a marker, I'm going to use that, but these holes are a little bit smaller, so you're just going to want to have something that can get in there and mark your bottom hole. Alright, now that you have your holes marked, you're going to remove the fender completely for one last time. have my holes drilled, I'm going to install the bottom bracket. You want to make sure that you are installing it by putting your screws on the inside of the fender. Just want to get them in there. You're going to mount your bottom bracket. I'm going to use your washer on the outside too, and your nut. As you can see, I have the bottom bracket installed and it's cinched really tight. You will want to make sure that this is flush with the bottom of the fender. I'm going to tighten this bottom bracket up, and if for any reason you're off or you need any kind of adjustment, all you got to do is just add a washer. No big deal. And the last thing you're going to do is you're just going to tighten your top bracket. That's it, guys. The install's done. I did this whole kit installation on a painted fender in about 30 minutes. It's really easy to do. I have minimal knowledge about tools, and I was able to do it all by myself. So, I know it can be done. There's some adjustments. If you want to do it, if you want to drill the holes yourself, that's great. I mean, it's better. We recommend that, but if not, we can do it here in the shop. It's your preference. If you want to get it on your bike and get it adjusted the way that you want it to fit, that's what we recommend. But if not, we can do it for you. Thanks, guys, and we'll do more installation videos for you guys in the future, but really wanted to get this out here for you guys. Thanks.